And welcome back. Well, financial debt can be overwhelming, and some people have no choice but to file for bankruptcy. Jamie Miller is here from Mille & Miller Law Firm with a tool that can help you. His new book is called Bounce Back from Bankruptcy in Wisconsin. It unlocks the step-by-step process to help people who file for bankruptcy get their credit score to 720. Is it possible? Good to have you here.
Great to be here. Thank you. Yeah, it's really possible. And I've been practicing bankruptcy for 25 years. And the biggest challenge that people have and their biggest concern when they file for bankruptcy is, what can I do to help restore my credit after bankruptcy? So researched and put together a team and a program and a system that helps people get rid of their debt and get that credit score up to 720 after bankruptcy.
That's incredible. Why is this so important to you, your firm, all of that?
Nobody wants to file for bankruptcy, and it's a very stressful time in people's lives. And I wrote this book, and I've written a couple books now, because I really want people to get as much information as they can in their homes and read it at their convenience. So when they come into our office, they are, they know what the process is going to be to try to take the fear out of it. And their biggest fear is, how am I going to buy that car? Or how am I going to refinance my mortgage? What's going to happen in a couple years when I have to send my kid to college? So this book helps to answer all of those questions.
So who is it that you want to get this book? Is it someone, because you said, potentially they read it before they even meet with you. So is this somebody who's feeling like, I just can't control, I don't have enough right now, this is potentially where I'm looking to go, is bankruptcy? You want someone to get their hands on this even before they meet with you?
Yeah, before they meet with us. If it's just something that's going to make them feel more comfortable about the process. It's something that everybody is concerned about when it comes to dealing with problems with their debt, and the process that we put together is really going to help people, kind of get over that fear.
You talk about frequently asked questions, all these different kinds of ideas in here. Do you give other options beside bankruptcy, even though that's what this is about?
Yeah, and it's interesting. We do everything when it comes to helping people with their debts, whether it's debt negotiation or debt workouts or help with student loans or help with taxes. I would say the majority of people that come in our office to talk about bankruptcy actually leave with a different alternative.
Well, I bet there's a lot of misconceptions about it too, because I don't know a lot about it, but I would think if you're there, coming back to a credit score of 720 to me would sound unrealistic. So I bet that there are a ton of misconceptions about bankruptcy.
There are, and I never want to try to oversell bankruptcy as the greatest thing. But if it is something that somebody has to do, we really want to make sure that we're going to make the process as comfortable as possible and help them to reach their goals at the end of the day. And it usually takes a 90-day process to get through the bankruptcy system, and then maybe 18 months to 2 years to really help them get their credit score to where they want it to be. 18
months to 2 years?
Yeah, it's interesting, because someone files for bankruptcy or someone gets rid of their debts. The simplest, easiest thing to do is to make sure that your credit report properly reflects that those debts are gone. And a lot of times somebody will file a bankruptcy a couple years ago and they'll come back and see us. We'll look at their credit report and it still reflects that they owe the debt. And so just by contacting the credit bureau and making that simple correction is really going to help them get back on the path to that 720 credit score.
I think that's incredible, because it really shows that there's so much life that is ahead of you, because I would think it's so embarrassing, it's fearful. Like you said, I'm shocked to hear that student loans are really lumped in there as well, which makes me really sad. But there's medical bills. A lot of people, I'm sure you see even just credit card debt, that come to you and say, I just can't handle all these bills.
Right, and that's the other thing. People that come to see me, they don't want to. It's either, it can be a student loan, it can be a divorce, it can be a car accident, it could be a devastating medical problem that's put them in that place. And we just want to really do all we can to get them comfortably through the process.
And you do free consultations?
We absolutely do free consultations, yes.
Should they bring in their finances at that point, or can they really just come in and talk?
They can just come in and talk. We don't want to create a high barrier. Come in and talk, and we can tell them any information that we will need, as we go down the road.
I think it's nice to have somebody on your side, somebody give you all that information, and this resource is wonderful. I know you're giving it away right now to the first 97 people who call. There's also a free consultation. You can do that over the phone or in person, whichever way you're comfortable. But to get that free book, here's what you do. You call 414-376-6363. Miller & Miller is right on West Wisconsin Avenue here in Milwaukee. The website for more is milwaukeebankruptcy.com. And you're throughout southeastern Wisconsin as well.
Yes, we have offices throughout the 5-county area.
That's wonderful. Thanks so much for being here, Jamie.
Great. Thank you for having me.
Appreciate it.